Hi, lovely people. Welcome back to my class. Thank you so much for your love and your support. If this is your first time, please help us by hitting on that red icon to subscribe. And please watch the ADs. I beg you. Help me as I continue to give you what you love. Now, today's class, we shall be looking at how to make a bubu kaftan gown with a butterfly. Okay, the sleeve will be in form of a butterfly, then hair will be bubu. Okay, so here I'll be using this whole length because I'm using an Ankara fabric. So if I'm using other materials, just feel free to add whatever thing you want. I'm using 22 inches because this is what I have. I'll be using this one left over here to do my folding, okay, because I'll be folding here. Okay, so the next thing to do is to consider the neckline that we want. Okay, here I'll be marking 3 inches, okay, for the neck. Then for the neck depth, I'll be using 1.5 for the front, so sorry, 1.5 for the back, and I'll be using 4 inches for the front. Looking at the picture of what you're working with, you see that we have a slit at it. I'll be making the slit 7 inches, okay, so all together I'm using 7 inches for the front. Okay, so I'll just go ahead now to connect this. Okay, so this is for my front, after which I will open up this part to reach to the 7 inches here. Okay, so I'll go ahead now to mark our chest line. Here I'll be making use of chest line of 12 inches. Sorry, chest line of 10 inches, and our bust point is 12 inches. The half length is 17 inches, and from the half length to our hip measurement is 9 inches. Okay, so this point now is where our hip will be, our butterfly will stop. Okay, so I'll go ahead now to mark, to connect this with a straight line. The length I'm working with is 59 inches. And I've already cut it out, okay, because here I have my front and my back pushed together. You can decide to come down here by 1 inch, okay, then connect it for you to have the shoulder slope, or you can also decide not to do so. But here I want it to have a slope, so I'll just come down by 1.5, okay, then I'm going to connect this. Alright, yeah, just mark your 1.5, then connect it to your neckline. Okay, so having done this now, I will make use of my highest body measurement, which is the hip. And the hip I have here, I'm working with here is the hip I'm working with is 42 inches. When divided by 4, it will be giving us 10.5. Okay, 10.5. So I'll mark this my 10.5 here. I will add extra 4 inches to it. Okay, you know I said our hip measurement is 10.5, and initially I said I'm adding 4 inches. Okay, let me just break it down. And instead of that 4, I'll be adding 3 inches. Okay, I'll be adding 2 inches for ease. Okay, I'll be adding 2 inches for ease, and I'll be adding, okay, sorry for that noise. I'll be adding 2 inches for ease, and I'll add 1 inch for seam allowance. Okay, all right, so now I'm going to take this measurement. So what we have now is 13.5 inches. So I'm going to mark this 13.5 inches all the way to the hemline. Okay, 13.5 inches. I'm going to mark it all the way to the hemline and use my ruler to connect all that together. So from here now, I'll be using this all through down. This. Okay. So I'll just from here, I'll just make a curve from those points now to connect it to those points. Okay. So first I'm going to be cutting this out. I know you will ask what's the need of all those lines. We still need them, but probably when I turn this at the front part, okay, because I will be going to the machine to fold the hemline, okay, then I'm going to be stitching this one inward, but first I have to cut out this. Okay, I'm also going to take out this neckline. I'm cutting out for the front, for the back first. So assuming you want to make a design at this place, you can cut out the fabric you want to do that. But since I am not, I'm going to be folding this inward, okay? I'm going to be folding this, okay? I'll fold this and make my stitch. I'm going to fold this part and make my stitch. But first, I will take my 1 inch, okay? I will make my stitch with using 1 inch here, down, and also hem the down part of the dress, after which I will fold this, okay, then I'll join the shoulders, then I'll come back to show you where these lines will be in use. All right, okay, I'm cutting out for my front face. Remember we said that this will be having a slit, and of course I'll be using this white lace. Okay, I'll be using this white lace for the facing of my front. Okay, it doesn't have a lining, so I know some question will be, how do I tape the neck mount? You can use your fabric to do that. You can use your fabric to cut out your facing. Of course, I will be facing the using the facing to tape the neck of my front, and of course the back also. So I'm just going to fold this into two. I'll be placing this. So when I place this, I'm going to cut this out. I will open up here for the slit. Should I leave this to place it like this? But I will just curve it a little bit. Okay. So I'll use this for my facing. Then I'll also cut my back the same way I cut this front piece. When I place it, I'll now make my slits open here. Okay, I've cut out this for the facing. So I'll just go ahead, first of all, use a matching thread. Okay. I stitch this properly at the front of my dress like so. Then after that, I'll now make use of my facing. I'll place this. Then I'm going to stitch this out. Okay, but I'll make the stitch, the opening, so that it will guide me. So I'm going to stitch this, come down to the opening, then go up like so. After which I'm going to turn only this one at the back face, then use my hem gun to hold it firm. Okay, but I'll first of all stitch this one to my dress like so. Okay, all right. So I'll just go to the machine now, do this, then join the shoulders, the back and the front, join the down part of the body, then we come back and finish all this part. All right. So now I've joined the shoulders and I use my bias, okay, to hem the hemline of the sleeve, and for this other side also. And I've gone ahead to use my 1 inch to shape up the side. So I'll now turn. I've also closed my hemline, leaving about 14 inches up, okay, for easy movement at the down part. So I'll just go ahead now to turn this out. Okay, here I made a straight line here to guide us. Okay, if you like, you can fold this into 4. Okay, you can just fold it into 2, but I just want to open it this way so I can mark the both side. All right. Okay, remember this is the front face, the right face of our dress. So what I have to do now is from this edge, from this point now, I'll mark my bust point measurement, which is 12 inches. I'll also mark our half length, which is 17 inches. Okay, then our hip line. I'm going to be extending this line to this other side. So I can go ahead now to input our measurements. So from this center point, now, I will input our bust measurement, which is 38 into 4 to give us 10.5. 10.5. I will add extra 1 inch for ease. Okay. Then at the waistline, the waist I'm working with is 35 into 4 will give us 8.25. I'll also add 1 inch, okay, for ease. Then at the hip line, no need, I'm just going to connect it to those points, okay. But if you like, you can also take your measurement, but I will be giving you the same thing. You just connect it to those points. Okay. So I will do the same thing at this other side. From the midpoint, I will put our 10.5 plus 1 inch. Then here I will put our 8.25 plus 1 inch. Okay. So I'm going to connect this. I'm just going to use my chalk to blend this. Okay. I'll go to the machine and make a stitch starting from those points to those points, then from those points to those points, and that will be all. Okay, so thank you so much for watching till the end. Till we meet in my next class. Okay, so this is the finishing part. Let's see. Okay, so I have to stitch the side as we marked it, the body measurement. Okay, and stop at this hip side. So thank you so much for watching till the end. Till we meet in my next class. Love you all. Bye.